We have duplicated these expressions twice in this class. To remove the duplication, we have two options. One option is to promote these local variables as private fields in this class and initialize them in the constructor. So here, to calculate the monthly interest, we need to know the annual interest as well as these two constants. So here in the constructor, we get the annual interest, and this could be an opportunity for us to set the monthly interest. However, if we change the annual interest in the future, we have to recalculate the monthly interest. Currently, we don't have a setter for setting this field, but if we implement it in the future, we'll have to repeat this logic one more time. So we have to calculate the monthly interest once in the constructor and once in the setter of the annual interest field. So this is not a good option. A better approach is to extract this expression as a private method in this class. We call it getMonthlyInterest. So let's select this expression. Now we activate our refactoring menu using Control and T. You cannot see it properly here, so I'm going to bring this menu from the top. So refactor, we want to extract a method. So here's the name that IntelliJ is suggesting, getMonthlyInterest. And this method is going to be declared as private because this is implementation detail. We don't want to expose this to the outside. So this is abstraction in action. Now let's refactor this. Now here's what I love about IntelliJ. It detected that we have repeated this expression somewhere else. So it's asking us if we want to replace this other occurrence. Let's click on all. All right. So now we have this new method, getMonthlyInterest. In our calculate mortgage method, we are calling getMonthlyInterest to set this variable. If we change the annual interest in the future, this method will always return the updated monthly interest. Now we're going to repeat the same steps with this second expression, where we calculate the number of payments. So let's select it, go to Refactor, Extract, Method. This method is going to be called getNumberOfPayments. I'm happy with the name. Let's refactor it and replace both occurrences. Beautiful. All right, now let's review the entire code in our mortgage calculator class. So we have these static fields on the top. Below these, we have our instance fields. Here's our constructor. Here we have our calculate balance method. Below that, we have getMonthlyInterest, which is like a getter. Now, it's a good convention to move all getters and setters to the bottom of the class. This makes it easier to read and understand the code. So this get method shouldn't be here because below that, we have another calculate method. So I'm going to select these few lines. Now let me show you another cool shortcut. Under the code menu, look at these two items. Move line down and up. Look at the shortcut. On Mac, it's Alt, Shift, and down. So with these lines selected, I'm going to press Shift, Alt, and down. And now we can bring this code down and see how it fits. So let's scroll down. Okay, that's better. So we have all our getters in a single place. Get monthly interest, get number of payments, and get years. These two methods are declared as private because they're implementation detail. However, get years is declared as public because other classes need to use it. So it's part of the public interface of this class. Now, what is beautiful about this code is that here, we don't have anything about presentation. This class is purely responsible for calculations. It doesn't care what we want to do with these values. Do we want to print them on the console? Do we want to write them to a file? Do we want to show them in a desktop application with a graphical user interface? These are all presentation concerns. So in this design, we have moved all the presentation concerns to this mortgage report class. This class gets a calculator, so it delegates all the responsibility around calculations to this class, and it will simply print the results on the terminal or console. Now here we have one more refactoring opportunity. Look at this logic for displaying the payment schedule. So we have this for loop where we initialize month to 1. As long as month is less than or equal to the number of years times months in year, we're incrementing month. Every month we calculate the balance and then print it. Now I would argue that this logic shouldn't be part of this class. This class should be purely responsible for presentation. It shouldn't worry about calculating the remaining balance for each month. So we can move this logic to our calculator class. We can add a new method there called getPaymentSchedule, which will return the remaining balance for every month as an array or list. We'll do that next.